Welcome to a bonus edition of Behind the Mic with AudioFile Magazine. I'm Joe Reed, where Behind the Mic talks with top authors, narrators, and others about how and why they listen to audiobooks. Today's guest is Adriana Trigiani, an award-winning playwright, television writer, producer, filmmaker, podcaster, and the best-selling author of some 20 books in fiction and nonfiction, including The Shoemaker's Wife, the Big Stone Gap series, and LUCIA. Adriana's latest book is The View from Lake Como, and it's narrated by Academy Award-winner Mira Sorvino. As with all her titles, The View from Lake Como is filled with complex characters with complicated and deeply felt family relationships. Adriana is joining me now. Welcome.
Oh, I'm thrilled to be with you, Joe. So excited.
We last spoke in 2019 about Tony's wife.
That's right.
Yeah, narrated by Eduardo Ballerini. So
Mhm.
it's been a while.
Oh, yeah. Eduardo did a lot of my books. He's fantastic. But
He is
I have to
wonderful.
tell you, Mira Sorvino is resplendent. She had done Lucia, but it was, that was back in the day. And she just came in guns blazing on this one. She's amazing.
So
Amazing.
how did that casting come to be?
Well, I said to Nithya, our producer, I said, I love Mira Sorvino. And she called her and she said, send the book. And she said, absolutely, I'll do it. So that's how it happens. A lot of this, Joe, in everything, and I think particularly in the beautiful trajectory of audiobooks that's exploding around the world, people are learning from audiobooks and they're getting their entertainment, walking their 10,000 steps, listening to audiobooks, or cleaning out their closets or cooking dinner. And audiobooks are wonderful companions, but it's rare that you get to spend, 9 hours with Mira Sorvino and that great talent that she has. So in a sense, it's a double pleasure, the book and her. It's
Absolutely.
really exciting.
Well, can you give us a short thumbnail sketch of the plot?
The View from Lake Como is the story of a woman. Her name is Jess Barada. Giuseppina Capodimonte Barada Balancha. Okay. She's freshly divorced. She's living in her parents' basement. She's 33 years old. Why? Why is she in the basement? And the story of the book is she's a marble draftsman. And there's a lot of secrets and mysteries in her family. And she finds out that she's been placed in a role that she neither asked for nor agreed to. She has become, after the divorce, the maiden aunt in this big Italian American family. And she's got to break free. So, in a very simple log line, a woman has to rebuild her life and the house that goes with it. So that's the story of the book, is how she finds her place in the world. I would just love this book so much I can't even tell you.
And what inspired it?
This is very interesting. I had written and published, Dutton published The Good Left Undone, which was a giant, sprawling historical, and took place in 4 countries. It was a big, big book and about a family. And I did not want to write another historical fiction book, but the next one I wanted to write was actually the story of my great grandmother, who was named, like the character, Giuseppina. And my great grandmother was Venetian, and there was a love story there that my grandmother told me when I was quite small that stuck with me. And I thought, someday I'm going to write that story. And it turned out that I knew I didn't want to set it back in 1915. I wanted to write it now. So my protagonist is my great grandmother with a twist. So I recreated her in modern times and thought, what choices would she make if she were alive now? How would she have handled what's thrown at her? And that became the weave of the book.
Fascinating. And I wonder, you mentioned a bit, but I wonder what Mira's narration brings to the story. And when you write it, I'm assuming you hear a voice in your head as
Hmm.
this is all unfolding.
Hmm.
And I wonder, how Mira either mirrored that or changed it in some
Well,
way.
Mira's the real deal.
Yeah.
So she interpreted the book authentically. She's born in New York City, but she grew up in Tenafly, New Jersey. She knows these people. Her father's side of the family, the Sorvinos, they're similar to the Baratas and the Belanchas and the Capodimontes. She knew them. And what a great actor brings to an audio is this levels of characterization, beautifully rendered, by the way. Every character was unique and different. There was a particularity to her performance, but it flows like a river because she grew up there. She has the accent, she has the differentiation of the men from the women, and she tells it in such a way, she imbues it with life. So yes, the voices in your head are always different from what you hear, but I would say in this situation with Mira, they're elevated. They're elevated to a level even I couldn't imagine.
You've narrated your own audiobooks, and I'm thinking of
Mhm.
Don't Sing at the Table, Life Lessons from My Grandmothers. And I wonder what insights you gained from that experience about the craft and artistry of narration.
Well, I have to tell you, I'm a director too, and I love actors. And I am always one with my actor, giving an actor what I hope she or he needs from me. And when we write our novels, I also hope that the rendition of the narration of the audiobook fills them with the same kind of joy that a performance in a theater or on film brings to them. So, to that end, I always say to them, have fun, just have a ball with it. And if you have any questions or you need me, I'm right here. Well, here's what's interesting: the actor is not a one dimensional artist. An actor brings her own experience, her own sense of the world, her own passions to a read. And Mira is an expert actor, obviously. She's won an Academy Award. She's beloved. She's played a variety of roles in her career and still is. She's off acting right now in a movie in Canada. And she brings the breadth of experience to everything she does. And in the audio realm, I think this is really important because you can feel it coming through your headset when you're listening. The excitement that the actor has or the passion that the actor has for the work. So it's a very symbiotic relationship. I don't think it's easy, Joe, at all. I think it's tremendously challenging. And like any role that an actor would take on, think about it. They're taking on every character in the book, the breadth and the expanse of all these characters, and they do it in a way that conjures really their very souls. They're really coming at it from their souls. So you're really, when you listen to this one, when you listen to The View from Lake Como, you're going to get this full bodied experience. I don't know if you're expecting it. Now, I listen to a lot of audiobooks and I swoon. So I think you're going to swoon with this one too.
So you do listen to audiobooks a lot.
Yes, I do. I do.
Where and when do you do your listening?
Well, I do it when I'm walking because I need an excuse to exercise, honestly. I really do.
You and me both.
I mean, to me, an audiobook when I have to go 5 miles or something like, ugh. Um, but I'm on a journey that elevates everything, and I don't mind it at all. And also, the beauty of audiobooks for me is that they're so portable. I mean, if you're on a car trip, you can listen. I know I'm supposed to be talking to my husband and nurturing my relationship with him, but I'm listening to Julia Whalen read The Women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I often double dip. I read a book and then I listen because I find the listening experience, particularly if I love an author like I love Kristen Hanna, I want to hear the whole package. So I do that.
And how do you choose what audiobooks to listen to? Are you drawn to particular genres or do you have favorite narrators?
Well, don't laugh, but I listen to a lot of classic books on audio.
Oh, I
Like if
do
you give me
too.
if you well if you give me Jane Austen, I'm gonna, I love all the they get the best actors to read those, and it's listen, in audio you don't get any bad actors, because if you do, you're never going to hear them because they're not thrilling the publisher. Uh, One of the ones that I think an audiobook that I return to time and again is Jim Dale reading the Harry Potter series, because I find that an acrobatic feat of acting.
I agree.
I cannot believe that man's voice is that what he can do. He is so facile. And I played it for my daughter when we were on long trips, and it really was. We both enjoyed it. It's great.
And maintaining that over a series was extraordinary. I mean, if he had done one book, it would have been brilliant. But to do it through 7,
Joe, I completely agree. I mean, that's where, just as we have favorite authors to read, there are narrators that everybody wants to listen to, and narrators that really deliver. And to have the experience of recording the autobiographical one, it was the story of my grandmother's. It was true. And there were two voices in that. There were my two grandmothers and me. And oh my gosh, Joe, I'm telling you, that's why I love actors, because I felt that they really, really get it. And the level of work and commitment that it takes to do this is really, it calls on all of your senses, your highest self. Yeah, your highest self.
you have been in this business for a while, and you had to have seen audiobooks change. I think when you first
Oh,
started out,
yes.
the audiobook
Yes.
would come out eventually, and now it's a simultaneous publication with the
Mhm,
print
mhm.
version. So it's been heightened in some way, or a light's been shown on audiobooks, I think, more.
Absolutely. Okay, so this is my 25th year as a published author with Big Stone Gap, which came out, as you know, years ago, 25 years ago to the date, practically. Here's how books have changed. When we first did audios, when I started, which would be the year 2000, we went into a studio with a producer and a team. And the actor would come in, and they would like to have the author there just to, we didn't email it for some reason. At the beginning, we weren't emailing at all. I don't even know when email came in. I guess it's late 90s. But they wanted to have the author there, so I always attended. And to great joy, when we recorded Rococo with Mario Cantone, I was there. But these were abridged audios. And while the abridgments were beautifully done, I just always felt like, why can't I have the whole thing? And then, of course, later, another actor would read the whole thing. I guess you would say as written. So that was the first way it changed. But this is my favorite thing. When I started out and I came up to see Robin, she would have the audiophile annual. It was a fest in her yard. And Robin Whitten, the founder of Audiophile, has a house on the ocean that it was in her family for years. I love the whole story of it. It was in her family for years. It was beautiful. I just remember at the shoreline. I couldn't remember if it was lake or what ocean. You know what? It was the ocean. It was a sea of blue.
Yeah.
Anyway, I went up there with a young upstart kind of assistant from Penguin Random House, and her name was Amanda DiCerno, and she's now like the global chairman. So that'll tell you, in 25 years, when somebody falls in love with the audio form and dedicates their entire career to it. And now we have this great joy of working together again after all this time. And that's what thrills me about when I look in the past and I look at Robin's contribution. Audiophile magazine, which has been essential reading for me all of these years, it has exploded because I feel that Robin Whitten, Amanda DiCerno, wherever you want to look in the audio sphere, at the other publishers are great. It's exploded because there is, first of all, a demand for it, and there's an intimacy to the art form that is close to reading. So you're having this experience with one actor, or if they do a team, you have a full cast album, fine. But you have this experience, and you can come in and out of it as you please, just like reading. So in my mind, it's exploded because it deserved it. And then there's, the audio awards, all that great stuff. I hosted one year, which was hilarious, great fun. And I met John Waters. So the audio experience, to me, I connect to meeting some of the great people of all time in publishing.
Okay. And Adriana, I think that is a good place to leave it. Thank you. Thank you for giving me your time, and congratulations on yet another book.
Thank you so much. This one's they're all my babies. I love this one so much, and I think you're going to enjoy it. Wait till you hear Mira. You're going to be like, oh my God, she's so good.
I can't wait. That was Adriana Trigiani, a multi-talented and prolific author. We were talking about her most recent book, The View from Lake Como, narrated by Mira Sorvino. And check out Adriana's podcast, You Are What You Read, where she interviews authors, actors, and artists about the books that built their souls. Don't forget to pick up a print edition of AudioFile magazine in August, which will feature Adriana and her thoughts about audiobooks. I'm Jo Reed. Good listening.